What's up, guys? My name is Katai, and I'm back. And I do apologize for the long, spacious amount of time that has passed by since my last video. I've been really busy with college lately, especially with these books that I'm freaking have to read for my next classes. And it's just a huge pain in the ass. But I'm here. I'm back for a little bit. Found some time to myself. It's 11:32 at night my time right now. So I'm hoping to upload this by tonight, so you guys can at least have another video until hopefully another video comes out soon, or until Gears of War 3, in which I will be storming your inboxes with freaking Let's Plays. So think of this as the calm before the storm. The storm being, Let's Play Gears of War 3 with me and 3 of my buddies. And trust me, guys, I will rape the shit out of your sub boxes with those, because we're gonna probably play the whole thing in one night. I wouldn't be surprised if we did, but I hope you guys will enjoy it. But anyways, guys, let's talk about Gears of War. I think there's something different today. I actually have a little outline of what it is I want to talk about in terms of Gears of War, since I'm really super excited for Gears of War 3, which in about half an hour, I'm going to be officially 5 days away from Gears 3. And not just me, but like people on my time zone. Get chained out, son! Woo! So anyways, let's talk about the campaign. That's what you're seeing, guys. What you guys are seeing right now. Talk about the campaign. No doubt in my mind, the Gears of War 3 campaign is going to be absolutely awesome. We've always encountered huge boss fights. My English is bullshit. Encountered huge boss fights, amazing cinegraphics, amazing storytelling. And in this time around, apparently, we're going to look for Marcus's father, Adam Phoenix, which I think is going to be amazing fun. I can only imagine what kind of relationship that's going to be developing. So anyway, what I'm wondering though is, oh, dirty headshot, I loved it. So what I'm wondering is the ending going to be harder? Because in Gears of War 2, I haven't finished Gears of War 1, guys. This is actually Gears of War 1 gameplay here, but I haven't finished it yet. But in Gears of War 2, which I actually did finish it, the last final boss was really easy. I mean, all you did was just use the Hammer of Dawn and just rain hell on the bitch. So I'm hoping, it'll be a little more difficult to finally finish up. And then the last thing I'm wondering is, will we have a third death of another Carmine relative? Because we had the death of A. Carmine by a sniper, B. Carmine by a worm acid. So what's going to be C. Carmine's death? And I'm going to laugh and just make this a bit of a prediction. But I'm going to say that the death of C. Carmine is what saves the day. Because, I mean, think about it. Nobody cares. The culture ain't having a fun time down there. Nobody cared about the death of A. Carmine and B. Carmine. It was just like, yeah, it's the rookie, or yeah, it's the extra soldier that dies. It's like, it's that Soldier A. Soldier A. Soldier A. The unsung hero of anime. But anyways. Also, I predict, and I've said this to my friends before, I predict that Dominic is going to die in Gears 3. And I'm not saying that as a spoiler, because I don't know anything about Gears 3 campaign except for, what we all know, in the trailers. But I predict that Dominic is going to die and get chainsawed on. I love the freaking Lancer. So sexy. But anyways, so I predict that, I'm going to skip this cutscene here. Anyways, I predict that Dominic is going to die. I mean, think about it. He lost his wife in the second Gears of War, and if he's in the previews of Gears of War 3, he's all hairy and scary, and he looks like a fucking a freaking bum off the streets. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm so glad I pre-ordered my copy of Gears 3 through GameStop, because I do get Commando Dom, which looks nice and tough and nice and clean, compared to how Dom's going to be in the next game, which is kind of ridiculous, man. I mean, if everybody else is finding the time to shave and be clean, why couldn't he? So that's my prediction. Don't quote me on it, but let's go into, that's actually my next topic, the characters. So we already covered Dom, how hairy as hell he's going to be, and how Commander Dom's going to look nice and sexy, especially for multiplayer stuff like, multiplayer competitive and co-op multiplayer in Horde Mode 2.0. But finally, we get to play as a female character. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about Anya Stroud, aka Control. We finally get to play as a female character. I don't know about you guys, but I got tired of looking at a guy's ass every time I ran. So I finally got to look at a chick's ass, and yes, I did play the Gears 3 multiplayer beta, and I was playing as Anya Stroud simply because she was thin, she was hard to hit, and she was quick as fuck, man. I loved her, and she is goddamn sexy, so I'm going to enjoy that. Another character you're going to get to play as is the Cole Train. And I don't just mean like Augustus Cole, as you guys see him here in Gears 1. I'm talking about him all footballed up and shit, just going, woo! Let's go, baby! Cole Train! That's going to be fun. And then for people who ordered the Epic Edition of Gears 3, which I unfortunately don't have enough money for, but whoever ordered the Epic Edition of it gets to play Adam Phoenix, Marcus's father, as a playable character in co-op and competitive multiplayer. I think that's going to be fucking awesome. And so, speaking of multiplayer, that's going to be my next topic here, multiplayer. I am very, very unsure about how multiplayer is going to play out. Because in my experience of playing and I just got down by a freaking grub. In my experience of playing the multiplayer beta for Gears 3, I found it annoying as hell. I mean, yes, we have dedicated servers and stuff like that. Connection is not going to be an issue, guys. This game is going to have dedicated servers. It's going to be fucking awesome. But my issue comes from the unbalanced weapons, specifically the shotguns, both the Gnasher and the Sawed-Off, because with me and the Gnasher, there is no consistency. No consistency. In some situations, people would one-shot me like crazy with a hip fire. Me, I'll shoot freaking like 5 to 10 shotgun shells into the guy. He'll just get down on his knees, only to be revived by his fucking boyfriend. And there I pick up the Hammer of Dawn for the next part of this game here. So I'm very uncertain of how the multiplayer is going to hold out. I mean, I don't know, because I honestly don't see the multiplayer as attractive. And speaking of multiplayer, guys, make sure if you're gonna get Gears 3 to play in the first week. If you play in the first week of Gears of War 3, only one multiplayer game is required to get this. You get the Gold Lancer and the Gold Hammer Burst if you play in the first week of Gears 3, the multiplayer. And that is, I love freaking Epic Games for that, man, because they don't stress the whole, you know, you gotta play for hours on end in order to get the freaking gold, you know, gold camo, like Call of Duty Black Ops did, and let's not get into that conversation. But so make sure you guys play at least in the first week of Gears 3 multiplayer and get that out of your way and get the freaking gold guns. And they look damn sexy. And yes, I did play the Gears 3 beta to get the Gold Retro Lancer, which I'm very, very excited to play, to start using, because that thing is just, it's a freaking, it's a Lancer with a huge amount of recoil, and it has a giant fucking knife at the end of it. I can't believe I'm forgetting the word for it now, but anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. A bayonetta, there we go. It has a giant bayonetta at the end of it. So I can't wait to be like, I'm coming at you! Don't be surprised if during one of the episodes of our Let's Play, you hear me go, Leroy Jenkins! And I just like stab somebody as I'm rushing with that thing. So I'm just, that's another thing I'm wondering. Yes, don't worry, it's all related subjects. What kind of functionality will the Retro Lancer have in the campaign? Because the Lancers, the functionality of the Lancers, you know, the chainsaw part of it had a lot of functionality. Especially with the worm, we have to like cut the cords off the heart, or you know, just being able to go through the freaking worm in general. It had a lot of functionality, the chainsaw. So I'm wondering if, you know, maybe the Retro Lancer will have some kind of functionality. We could like, cut through stuff there too. Who knows? But anyways, going back to my iffy situation with the shotguns, the sawed-off shotgun and the Gnashers are just completely inconsistent. I saw people, completely new players to the Gears of War franchise, using sawed-off shotguns, and they will get one-hit kills with the luckiest hip fire you can ever imagine. I mean, the multiplayer is going to be fantastic in the sense of, like, nobody's going to be camping, because this game does not promote camping for shit. You camp, you will die. I mean, there's going from cover to cover and shooting from cover and things like that, but there's no camping. That's what I love about it. But people are going to be, like, rushing up to you with a freaking sawed-off shotgun, just one-shotting you from the hip fire. There's absolutely no point in aiming down sight with a shotgun. I kid you not when I say that. So so you get a hip fire with that bitch and be really good at it. And so, but as far as multiplayer goes, I don't think I'll be playing much of that. What I will be playing much of, and it goes to my next topic, is the new Horde Mode 2.0. I will be playing the ever-loving shit out of that, because you get all these new features included, like, you know, the currency. You're gonna use the currency to build fences, to build turrets, and you actually get to freaking buy that giant-ass suit. That's gonna be fun as hell, bro, especially in campaign and in the Horde Mode. You're gonna be like freaking a giant mechanical, I guess, juggernaut suit, if you will. I forgot what it's called now. But that thing is a moving fortress, man. It's a tank with legs. It's fucking baby Metal Gear, man. So I'm gonna be riding around baby Metal Gear and be like, you'll die. So anyways, oh, this is a pretty long commentary, I'm not gonna lie. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for a public service announcement I'm gonna start putting up, and I hope you guys have a great night. I hope to see you guys soon. Peace out. This is you. This is you if you don't fucking follow me on Twitter. Any questions?